Hi guys, it's me. Sorry. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Everyone. Oh my god. Oh, the people on the internet. Hi, how are you? I'm sorry. I'm in a good mood. I just had a 2.5 hours nap. Like, oh my god, it's such a huge difference. I mean, so let's get into this. But he has told some lies once again, hijacking and then hiding. Hey, okay, let's get. But he has told some lies, right? Let's get into the lies. The lies that she tells. Oh no! You don't. Oh, oops, sorry. What's the misinformation? This. Oh, you back. Situation woman. Why did you put that video on? What, let's go.
Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers disappeared.
This is full of shit. I can debunk it right now.
From inside his home.
We gotta talk to you.
At the last time he was seen by any third party was on February 25th.
That's true. Keep going in the cunt.
We learned on March 14th, 2024, by a Nick Barris interview or reporting by a Nick Barris report that there were lights, flashlights, coming through a common area next to the Proudfoot home to an unknown.
See, I don't like to use people from my game.
Vehicle down the road near Kellett.
Good,
this child ever walked out of his home or left.
You don't know that, babe.
According to the initial reports by Sebastian's mother, he went to bed around 9 p.m. and when she went into his room to wake him up,
he has medicine. That's it, and that's it.
At 6 a.m., he was gone, and she reported him as a runaway, even though there was no forced entry and no evidence that he willingly left the home. Sebastian is a high...
That just means that Seth has 2 hours and for so
high-functioning autistic child that relies on routine, does not have a history of eloping. We're learning that the mom and stepfather don't believe he ran away from home. However,
that's nasty. Also,
over the last 15 months, they've proclaimed he willingly walked out of the house.
Yeah.
Until they went on Nancy Grace at the end of March. And what we learned from that?
Not this much.
He believes somebody has her son. However, she's never pleaded with this abductor. She's never pleaded directly to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. And as we see from the multitude of interviews and videos that...
Okay, let me tell you about the multitude of videos. Seth has done a lot of multitudes of interviews. But you know what? Seth always brings Kate. It's not Kate's fault. He had a free will. He has a free will to look outside, does he not? He's not no needy person, medical needy, like he's handicapped. He can drink for himself. He does things for himself. So therefore, he did this. He walked out of the house. And so Seth has been on multiple interviews. Cutting Chris, when they got dog for the first time, they need to retreat. And guess what I found out? Seth has 3 CPS reports. And so does Chris. So why don't you go look for him? Instead of making shit up, babe.
The mom and stepfather have been on, they're more concerned about their own reputation
No.
than they are the whereabouts of Sebastian Wayne Rogers.
That's why.
This causes all of us to have a little bit of worrisome within us because
that's why you know it.
We know when these things happen that parents can lie, deceive. They're very conniving, cunning. And when we observe,
like you do some dirty innocent shit. You're probably trying to figure out how to get your ass out of the stocking drawers.
The stepfather's behavior, he hits all of those hot spots.
No, he's not. You do.
Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers still has not been heard or seen since February 25th. The last person reportedly with Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers before he disappeared was only his mother. We've learned throughout the investigation that Chris gave Katie an ultimatum that it was time.
Okay, here, oh my God. Here's an answer that's, let's hear him on Sebastian. Bullshit. That never happened. Not in the marriage. You don't know them. So let's split that line. You don't know what comes straight the marriage we're in. You try to twist us. Don't get twisted, bitch.
Either her child or him. We've also learned over the last 15 months they had huge marital problems.
No, that's out of your fucking mind. Get that out of your fucking mind.
To be heading for divorce.
No.
At the time.
No.
Sebastian disappeared. We also learned 5 CPS.
Chris and Seth both have 3 CPS reports. So let's not get twisted. How dare you? Sister and accused. You should bias. You need to say you should obvious like cunt.
Reports outlining abuse from his stepfather.
That's not true. What about Seth? Was Seth abused? We all know he was abusive.
And, of course, the denials thereof. And so far, it is the stepfather that finally admitted to at least 3 reports.
Has Seth ever abused Sebastian? Yes or no?
We have 2 more to go. And once he finally acknowledges those, I think
he won't, because he knows how many he has. Dumb psychopath. That's his name, psychopath.
He can start believing some of the stuff coming out of his mouth. But while they're lying, hiding, and deceiving, we're still on the case.
You're not lying. You may be hiding because of you. Conniving, not conniving like you.
Wanting to know what happened to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, where is he, and when is he coming home? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this live stream that we are about to go into. I hope you all had a wonderful Easter, and please
stop your faith manipulating. No Christian. You guys, I really do. Because what he's doing is dangerous. What he's been saying about them is dangerous, but keep digging that hole, Rex. Keep digging that hole. And by the way, you're always welcome to come talk to me on my partner. But it will listen to me, it will respect me, respect my chat. You don't ever throw your hands in it. Nose.
Pray for support.
But it can't be respectful. So,
Sebastian, Seth, as well as myself, as we walk through.
He got me, because he fuck about, you find out. Not today, bitch. Not today.
This issue of trying to find where Sebastian is and why have they distracted from Sebastian to focus.
No, that's Seth. Seth has a reputation too.
Focus on me. These are all.
That's not true. But he harassed us, defamation, everything. Because of freedom, that's not freedom of speech.
Including working with the FBI, working with me to advocate for his son.
Working with you? Are you kidding? That's the worst thing he could be doing right now. I have to show him upset. I have to get out his social media broke. You're a disgusting piece of shit.
Calling on the national media, getting Nick the Hat and Dog the Bounty Hunter, and we're
Nick. The Hat is a joke. Honda is a joke. Be not my joke. Be not please. Be not intelligent agency. That's not a cut. So stop it, baby.
here with what from the mom and stepfather? Nothing for almost 10 months.
That's not true. He should be out looking for the son. Even Chris, his stepson.
Shoddy searches at
Says you don't know what we do. So shut your fucking mouth.
best, working with an unscrupulous PI.
No, that's not true. He's legit, ma'am.
Felons.
No, ma'am.
And including one searcher utilizing.
But don't you used to utilize substance? Don't you used to be a meth head? I think I'm right about that.
Substances, illicit substances, while searching for their son.
Look at this. Shit. She has to lie. Let's lie. She lies. She loves to lie. This one, look at this. That is disgusting, but I have to keep going, baby.
Step one.
Because that's not, they can use that in court. I'm sorry, Miss Mom. Hi. Toby, is that so? Being high level, high pancakes. Such a mom, Max's mom. Level. Not under her interest, because it's nothing in flower behavior.
I am always a person that says, hey, do.
Oh, Miss Faye.
What from the mom and stepfather?
To give your money to.
I heard that you tried to play a song, I'm going to name that song tonight for you, saying that you try to have someone play off tonight for you, saying like that. No, you. You just like you by heaven. You sit like an innocent bitch. You're not innocent. Oh, that's funny. If we just go and click on a music icon, it's ridiculous. So shut your mouth. Don't know what you're talking. You're going to see the grand jury. So, oh, does he have some paperwork to finish my deal? I think you do.
For stuff that you could do yourself. I am always a person that says, hey, do the job, then ask for the donations once the stuff is already
Oh my God.
in motion, right?
In
So get the blip
motion.
boards up, then say, hey, I'm doing the blip boards if you'd like to contribute, right? Well, that wasn't the way. The way that they went is, we're going to do some blip boards if we can raise the money to do the blip boards. And then tens of thousands of dollars came.
Oh, look at bitch, this has been recycled. This is recycled news. Try again. Sorry.
Into those two people, and those two people we're not going to discuss. You guys know who they are. One I call plastic, and the other one I call a POS. I think we used the word shamu to refer to that particular content creator. Well, they've recently had a falling out, probably from the pressures of everything going on, the fact that we know how dirty and sneaky those two people are.
No, that's your bitch. Why are you trying to get someone to lie for you? Huh? To pay them off. Bitch, sit down.
And now they are literally spilling the tea. Or are they? Let's be honest. The two people that this information came from, I don't trust either one. Either one. I don't trust plastic, and I damn sure don't trust Shamu. Shamu conned TikTok out of tens of thousands of dollars for things like this that are behind me, called blip boards. So now we're hearing that.
Look at that. Look at burns me. Wait, I can't lie. How is that? Wait, no. No, Bam. That's disgusting. And let me see if I can put up my Facebook. Oh. Okay, I got my. Okay, I'm gonna let this run, and I'll be talking over this.
Miss Proud.
Look, that Cameron is better than you. Should I tell us? You can't be that thin, be that pretty.
Foot uttered the words Sebastian's. They say schmurdered. I'm going to say it like it is. If I get dinged on YouTube, so be it, right? According and what the information is related to this is that
Sebastian murdered dumbass. And it's not true.
That Katie slipped and said before Sebastian was murdered.
Oh my
That's
god.
what's going around. That's the rumor. That's been confirmed by Plastic herself. While Shamu is denying the allegations, she's also denying that she didn't record it. We know darn well she's recorded it. Whatever the conversation may
It's
be.
not true.
Will Shamu release the conversation? My thing is here. If these two people, okay, whether I like them or not, were actually here for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, when they heard those statements come out of Katie's mouth, why did they not immediately leave after the lunch was over and immediately go to law enforcement? If they're here for Sebastian, if they have no bias, are not trying to get the clicks and the views and the money and the financial aspect of it, why would they not immediately?
Why is her face so fat? Are you getting late, honey? You need to cut back on those honey buns.
Go over to law enforcement and show them that
I bet they did, psychopath.
Recording. That's what I would like to know. Because I will tell you, if I was sitting with Seth, I would never record a conversation. That seems really just whatever.
Wait, shut, babe. Shut the Evan God up.
Ever. But, you know, I have. If I think somebody's guilty and I'm about to sit down with them, you damn right, I'm going to be recording. Period. Going to be recording. So let's just put this on the other foot. If I was sitting down with Seth, now you're talking about Bullhorn Betty, not some idiot Yahoo that wants to make a name for themselves and profit.
Oh, baby.
I don't really care about the clicks and views. Probably why I get the clicks and views, because I really don't care about them.
You might break up his name. So let's not get that twisted. You psychopath. You act like a psychopath, I'm going to call you one. Bitch. You can stop me, bitch. You're a psychopath. Yeah, I have. Well, that's me just lying. It's a rumor. God, you're not fall for anything because you don't stand on the fucking truth. Seth has 3 series report.
I'm here for the victim. I know whatever I...
No. Not here for... You're here for yourself. To break up Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers.
I do is going to advocate for the victim. I know whatever I...
You don't even advocate. I just talk about his parents. God damn it. Do you know what advocating is? Smiley does it, even though she tries to be perfect. She don't ever say that you advocate for my boy or for missing people, because you don't. I do is she says something else.
Do out there to advocate for a victim is going to get attention. Why do I know that? Because I know my strategies and I know that they are effective.
No, do not. I just cross the scene, try to get arrested and sue people. You don't look, baby, look. You don't have a fight in any of these cases, not including Simon's Line, Gabby, Puccino, some of others. That was discussion about hate.
That's why.
No. Let me put past on you.
So if I was out there, now you guys know that this boy is number one in my world, right? When we jump.
He shouldn't because he's not your son, not your boy. That's not your kid, okay? Nothing like son, but evilness, um, no.
Into a case and we decide to take a specific case, which I usually do a case a year. This is rolling over into year number 2, but I usually take a case and I devour it basically. You know, I go in there, I go.
No, you haven't. Because you're not much interested side of things, just Chris and Katie. Once you do that before you run the cut suck of yours.
Go through all of the twists and turns down all the rabbit holes. I stick with the case for about a year. We did the same thing with Summer Wells. We did the same thing with the Idaho 4. We did the same thing with Alec Murdaugh. We did the same thing with a lot of the cases. When I dive into the cases, it takes us about a year to process them and get through to all the information to find out, to make heads or tails of it, to decide what we think happened and put that out to the public. If Seth and I were sitting down and he let some leakage happen and I was recording it, I don't have loyalty to people that I'm covering their case. Okay. So that means that I'm there for the victim. If something arises that tells me that a parent is not being truthful or is lying or says something like the child was murdered, my loyalty ends at that moment. At that moment, I will take whatever recording I have and whatever information I have about the conversation over to law enforcement because I'm not a criminal investigator.
Ooh.
I cover the case in a journalistic
baby girl, no, you're not a journalist. You far from it. A journalist has more of its ethics. Matter. You don't have any of those. So let's not lie on that.
Manner. I also advocate as an
You don't.
An activist, an advocate.
No, you don't.
For them, if it requires that.
No.
That means that I will go out there and protest in the streets, not, figuratively, not literally. I stay on private property and stay out of
not last time.
The wheels of people, right? So I'm a professional.
No, you're not.
Protester. That's what they call people like me, professional protesters. That means we follow the law.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
We get people out there. I am, part of my job is professionally protesting.
No, it's not. That's not a job of a YouTuber, ma'am. That's like, just a long life. No cost YouTuber. Probably scammer.
So my advocacy is for the victim, whether it's a child or...
Then talk about that. Stop talking about Chris and Katie because they didn't do it. Let me see. I'm going to show you my iPoster. I posted the truth. And the truth will always set you free. Let me see. I'm good over here. Let's let her run her fucking ass mouth.
Or an adult. My advocacy is for the victim. And it doesn't matter whether or not I'm friends with a family member or not. That friendship ends when you are culpable, when there's possibility of culpable. It is a very far stretch from being killed and being murdered. Okay. Killed could imply a lot of different things. Accident, self unaliving. There's a lot of things that
God,
could
that hurts
be
my
in
heart.
that window, right? Murdered, however, is very, very specific. And the one word refrained from anybody in this case. So to hear Plastic and Shamu back and forth arguing about what was said, in all fairness, I don't trust either one of them. Period. I don't trust either one of them. I don't trust the statements coming out of Plastic's mouth. I believe that Shamu is dirty and is slimy and sneaky.
As you, I don't know who you're talking about, and honestly, I agree or disagree. But you dirty as sneaking, slimy, grimy as you.
And as much of a criminal as I have ever imagined.
They get trouble on drunk. We are using that. Look at this sample spray. You can use that. Okay.
So why, if they've lied to us all this time, and they have,
You jealous bitch.
they have both of them, not one, not
You
the other.
jealous bitch.
They have both lied to the public many, many times, and it only took a fight between them before they started breaking their silence. I don't believe a damn one of them.
Well, I just jumping out.
I do believe, however, that there is a recording. Now, has that recording been deleted? Most likely, yes. Most likely, yes.
Oh, God. I'm not believe a drama inside because you don't know the truth from your fucking ass.
But I don't know. Is it recoverable? Can law enforcement recover
If these, I don't know.
this video? At what point is Plastic, going to pick up the phone and call law enforcement and tell them?
I am actually every day, dumb fucking nut.
Everything.
This is
She
really
knows.
psycho news. Why are you fucking up on this? I heard this a long time ago.
Or is it not really about Sebastian and only about the clicks and views of the
Don't try to cuss like, honey. Not good at it.
little chaos between them? Because I'm starting to think it's the latter. Because I don't know anybody in their right flipping mind that heard those things come out of this woman's mouth and not pick up the phone and immediately call law enforcement to inform them of this. Now, I see a lot of stuff coming out. And do I believe it was recorded? Yes. Why do I believe that? Because there is clearly a text message within that time frame that was produced. Could that text message be Photoshopped? Yes, it could be. It could very well be Photoshopped. And we have to deal with that a lot here on these social media platforms with people and their shenanigans. However, when I look at it, I don't see it. I don't see what I usually see in manufactured text messages. Now, does that mean it's not manufactured? I don't know if it is or isn't. But I absolutely believe the text message was done within the time frame necessary to produce, or at least deductibly, reasonably deduct that there was some type of audio recording done at that lunch. I do believe that. But to what extent and what was captured on that recording? Shamu allegedly recorded everything. According to Plastic, Shamu sent her and others with them that she was recording prior to, but did she send her the recording? Because there's been times just, in my job that I've had a recorder on me. I thought it was set and then come to find out it was not. However, the first inclination that this recording did exist was another.
You don't know how to look a recorder. And by the way, he's just the user on. I pretty mistreated you victims.
Other party to the group that went to grab the phone as she was going to the bathroom, picked it up, saw the recording dial on it, and put it back down and grabbed her phone. So that was the first one. That was an independent. Yes, it was somebody from the same group. But this was when Plastic and Shamu were still friends, and they both denied it. Now, all of a sudden, not only are they saying that it does exist and that it has Katie referencing Sebastian as being murdered, very specific language, but it was also said, where did I just lost my train of thought. But at the end of the day, they both lied about the situation, and now they're saying this. But now it's also said that they manufactured emails purportedly from Hong about Nick. Were those emails, were those turned over to Nick's, those fraudulent emails turned over to Nick's parole officer? Because I still believe these people are committing crimes. Now, we know that their shenanigans had a judge presiding over my case step down. We know that. So they're interfering with judicial process.
No, ma'am, do not. Not shut down.
So they also interfering with parole.
No, do not. That's stupid.
Or Nick brought up in their commentary, which the deception detective believes that it's possible.
That guy is a fucking lunatic. I'm gonna trust him. But you see me to bring whatever the narrative fits your case, right? Whatever the narrative.
It could be related to leakage. Did they use heavy equipment? The people on TikTok. I think it was the pressure of everybody learning that there was, in fact, a video that may have interfered with their friendship. But at the time, before the public pressure and the shaming came, they were both perfectly fine. With Plastic didn't do that is because she wanted the information. She thought it was going to help her get a little more clicks and views, be a little more notable. When people started going after Shamu for doing it,
Did you?
She had to decide what her loyalty is. And I told you about those weak women that have no backbone. They're wishy-washy. They can't stand the heat. They fold to public pressure. They fold. And so she had to choose. Is it going to be Shamu or her reputation? Well, your reputation's already in the shitter because you lied for 15 blessed months.
According to you. But shit, necessary.
I'm not going to believe that lady until she comes clean.
I'm not going to believe you because you don't have any real receipts. Until you find some dead evidence, medical set up.
With all the dirt. And I'd like to see, because they're BFFs, I'm sure they shared those audios together. I can't imagine them not. So, with that being said, I want to hear the audio. I don't trust either one of them. But somebody has this recording, because we know how, as mouthy as Shamu is, she's going to be bragging about it and sharing it with people. Don't show anybody. But look what I caught. Melanie, thank you for gifting Bullhorn Betty membership. If you received your Bullhorn Betty membership, please don't forget to tell Melanie thank you for the gifted Bullhorn Betty membership, and for the person that received it.
Okay.
How to speak or YouTube. So they're saying that they believe Katie I guess, had some leakage. Hey, Mr. and Mrs.
Right, this is important.
Oh, look what I caught. Melanie, thank you for gifting the family we call the Coffee Club, i.e.
You know what, but not talented. Not even a tiny bit of Taylor Swift. You could be that talented like Taylor Swift. Not one bit talented, not funny. You can't hold the evidence. What happened to your number, sweetheart? Because she had like 400 and TB can get more than you. I'm from that to be said.
the Insane Asylum. Grab your straitjacket in your padded room. And just to make sure that we are all understanding what I think about this whole ordeal.
That was bullshit.
Just saying.
Like you fuck around, and you fuck out. So it's not bullshit. You're the one that wants talking. You're the one that can't shut her mouth. You don't know what's good for you, so.
So without further ado, let's just see what we're learning here. Remember, I don't use schmurdered. I don't play these word games that social media wants to play. If they are really going to take away my advertisement because I say murder, which is the proper word for this, then I'm just going to be having to deal with it because we don't sugarcoat crap for people. And I'll be damned if my government's going to tell me how to speak or YouTube. So they're saying that they believe Katie, I guess, had some leakage. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Crimecast, it's nice to see you, love.
You can go check it.
Leak this statement that Katie said Sebastian
coming from a pussy ass coward like you.
Sebastian was murdered.
Witness, and unfortunately, there have been no leads to the whereabouts of Sebastian. I still try to keep up with.
I just want to make sure before we get too far, was that, did we have any echoing? I know that I changed some settings and I wanted to make sure we weren't echoing this morning. Did that sound crystal clear or was there an echo? Those two flew from PA for BA's first court, then allegedly turned around the community and pulled down Terry Lynn's Sebastian post. Oh, they're pieces of garbage. Okay, no. Okay, sounds fine. Perfect. Just wanted to make sure.
Any updates in regards to the case? Unfortunately, there is a lot of drama, but we're not covering that. We're covering something that was released on Alive yesterday. And this was from someone that met with Katie Proudfoot in person and had lunch with her. From what I am understanding out of this clip is that Katie Proudfoot, while at lunch with this lady, made a statement that Sebastian was murdered. We do not have the recording of Katie Proudfoot saying this herself, but if you've been following this case, you know Katie Proudfoot has not been in the public's eye very much at all. So if this clip is true, does that mean that Katie Proudfoot slipped up?
As soon as Katie said those words of that supposedly is who Seth named as Sebastian's godmother, when I've only met her one time, and that was before he was murdered. Immediately, we heard those words.
You did, not me.
Locked eyes and even asked each other at that moment, did you just hear murder? And I didn't. We're like, she just said that was before he was murdered. That was.
So with Shamu popping in and saying, I didn't, that just doesn't ring true to me. Just even the way she's saying it doesn't ring true to me. So did Katie say this? Did she not say this? I don't know. But the two people that are blasting it all. So Matt
Okay, I want to talk to you about
case
this.
would be. It's just a kid that ran.
This person might truly do whatever his fucking name is a fucking liar. I've seen his reports. And this is a fucking lie.
If my mom were to throw away everything in my room when I was a teenager, now I'm a normal teenager, right? I didn't have the kind of ailments that Sebastian had. I didn't have the kind of
No, you didn't do that, so don't go to
disabilities Sebastian had. I was just a normal kid.
her.
Ask my mom how many times I put hashtag their name because that's the content.
So,
Bullhorn
the whole
Betty.
truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
oh,
Bullhorn
about
Betty.
an hour.
she fits that right.
Okay, you do have. Okay, I thought maybe one for the state of Florida. Doing demonstrations all over the state of Florida. She told her sissy that I
Oh my
inspired
God.
her and
How disgusting.
swearing in. She looked confident, made eye contact, said what she meant, and meant what she said. On the contrary, on TV interviews, she's trying her hardest to muster up any tears she can put forth, and it's a struggle. She can't even look into the camera. She sort of does this look down routine. Her body language is incongruent with the words coming out of her mouth.
What, EFO? Fuck about
You
you.
swear or affirm the testimony you're
Why
about to give
not,
will be
babe?
the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
For about an hour this afternoon, Katie and Chris Proudfoot testified against YouTuber Andrew Griffin, also known as Bullhorn Betty.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the
Bullhorn
truth, the whole
Betty.
truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
You
Yes, sir.
lie.
For about an hour.
And so I had to go to court because I spoke their name.
No.
Oh.
You went to the house, you went to the campsite, you even went to their job. How fucking dare you play victim? You're not the fucking victim, ma'am. Do you not understand that? Going to the campsite? Like, what? Are you fucking, you have to be fucking crazy. And I don't have that video, but I know she did.
Holy effing crap! I said their name! And click a button is harassment.
No, their content is harassment. When you use hashtags, you should notice too. Oh, but you can't believe that.
But in those court proceedings, the judge clearly stated, I have a constitutional right to say their name. Said that.
She also said, I'm going to do that if I was you. Dum. Selective hearing, I see. Selective hearing. I'm like a teenage brat that needs her butt. No.
For the record. But I do find it funny that they are so specific on things that they want to say lies. But they can't give us the truth about what happened to their son.
Because she don't know what happened.
Or
Stop. Just stop. Because love. I don't know. Hate doesn't win. Love does.
what happened leading up to his disappearance. They're very vague when it comes to time. They love to put it off on law enforcement. Law enforcement told me not to say this, and law enforcement told me not to say that. So much.
Maybe you don't want to answer, and that's why they're using that. It's as food. You so educated that you dropped out of 10th grade. You do not know how to write. So don't sit there, get parenting of this. Never been a parent, never studied child development. I have.
Much so that law enforcement finally came out at the beginning of the year and said, yeah, we're not saying that to him. He can say whatever he wants to say.
That's what he said. That's his God-given right. Okay, I'm sorry. You made me embarrassed. I cannot support. Not supporting just say missing people. Sorry. Hi, Josie. Hi, BIHAF. This.
Right? Last night, I think, or I think it was last night on Justin for All. Justin for All's in the chat right now.
Justin for All is neat. He sucks everybody's ass, if she asks me.
That Mr. Seth was in his chat, and Justin specifically asked him if law enforcement told him not to say anything about times or say anything about this. And Seth said, no, they never told him. So why would Chris be the only person? They tell Seth, everybody knows Seth's whereabouts. He produced his work documents. Nobody really believes the statements of Katie, but Katie did provide an alibi, a pretty crappy alibi, filled with a whole lot of inconsistencies.
No, ma'am.
From her saying the same statements. I don't.
Chef, okay, let me back up.
Every time I clean my room, that woman.
She's an archer. You should be a doubt to clean you fucking room, buddy. But she called you because she had mental problems, in my opinion.
Would have to go in there and unearth everything from up under my bed so she could wash it. Okay? That's how I wash my clothes. Can you imagine my mom throwing everything out that I love and own? My telephone, my TV, my computer, anything and everything because I didn't clean the room the way she wanted me to clean the room? I don't know if I don't think I clean the way my mom cleans. Okay, to this day, I'm 45, almost 46 years old, and my mom's got white glove clean house, okay? Like I'm lucky if I have, not so much dust on my ceiling fan, right? My mom, there's not a speck of dust in her entire house. You come in here, you're gonna sneeze a little bit. Why?
That's disgusting. You should do some house cleaning. Maybe look at some of that frustration because you couldn't get a man.
Papers everywhere, okay? That's why. If you guys looked around, like I literally have gobs and gobs of paper. You know what paper does? It leaves dust. It leaves dust. Gobs and gobs. I got a whole table over here stacked this high with paper. With paper. I think I have a paper allergy. Just saying. Too much paper.
Then get rid of it, dumbass. And don't smoke about that. You have to surgery that someone might sneeze. That's pathetic. I'm not let my house get like that. You nutcase.
Paper. Alicia says, hey, KP got on the stand and said, you talked about her son every day, sometimes multiple times a day. Like that was like, oh, no. She also said I trespassed. I can't wait until we're in court and they're asking, how did she trespass? And she has to say, well, she posted my son's missing flyer poster on my utility pole. I'd like to see how that goes off with an actual jury. That would be like, I can't wait until they look at her like she's like the biggest POS. Like, first of all, it wasn't trespassing.
Ma'am, you're the big POS. You're making bank of Sebastian. So let's not putting that in the semantic stream.
She's lying under oath.
No, she's not.
But hey, you know what? We'll let the which I don't think, this county, I don't think they don't mind making something out of nothing for me, but I guarantee even when I prove that they are guilty of perjury, which I will
No,
prove that
no,
they are guilty of perjury, I
no.
bet you they get nothing from this. And you know what? That's embodies why so many people are leaving this county. There are people moving out of this county because of this situation with Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers.
Because
They're very, very
like
concerned
you.
for their own personal safety because of the law enforcement that's out of control, the judicial process that's out of control. I've had several people say they're moving their families out of that county. Some that have already moved, some that are packing up to move.
This is Faye running because she cannot get her way doing the duties. Didn't she say? Oh my God. ODD right here. A person cannot taking accountability for that fucking stupid behavior. Come talk to me and we have a come to Jesus talk, little girl. You don't do me, little girl. Because you couldn't stand the fact you couldn't stand justice because you're finding out.
And that's no joke. And it's because it opened their eyes when they saw this case.
Because she got stuck in her bathroom, went to the campsite, and went to the house. Not in one time. It's not like he did it one time. He did it several times in the past 3 days. How many times did he go? How many times did he go? But each numbers are dropping.
It opened their eyes when they saw this case.
Because he decided to fuck up. Maybe the movie are transferring you to go life for you.
And of course, we have the same one again about the schmurdered. All right, and this one is about fat lips. This one's about fat lips. Let me see if I can get this up just a little bit bigger.
Yes, oh, hate.
So Fat Lips goes after Brittany J after Sinner, yet she sure did allow Shamu up on her panel and allow her to gift super chats and memberships. Well, that's what it buys you when you buy 50 memberships for Fat Lips' channel. You buy your way up there, just like all the people in that chat buy their friendship.
Buddy, keep trying it, girlfriend, because you can never get this much attention. But I did have to say something. This might be a trigger for you. It's a trigger warning. I swear Honda does not give up. Are you seeing the bluebird stuff? This isn't. It's a target harassment. I can't read that. I can't. You tripped me. That's bad as fuck. And let me tell you, Honk. Let me go. Let me tell you something, little Honk. You don't want to mess with the summer community. Don't let rip you. For pieces. This is not, no. No, go to Apple your parents. Hell to the nah. And nobody does it. Doesn't mean it's right. Mexicans. Nice choice. I think Seth has something to do with that. the same thing that he did to people, right? The people that tried to set up to. No, that's you. But you know what? That's a lie because I haven't had to pay membership in a while. Well, maybe I have. Don't remember. I'm so sorry, Queen. She can get her super chats. But the lady you get them, you bought and paid for yourselves. How pathetic is that? Yeah, right. No, that's you, because she can't stand the truth. You have! You done it to several people because you cannot handle the truth. No. I find disgusting when people's sons have to get blocked and call a troll. Dumb fuck. Like you? You're the biggest disinformation person on YouTube. Not trustworthy, not being honest. You're a psychopath. You're not news movie production. You haven't. You said no to your fucking ass bullshit. You said no to the disinformation that you kept out. You said no, don't accuse innocent including guilty. God probably not come talk to me. You mother welcome to hop on. Shut up. Not like a dog. You don't get to. Guess not, Bruhan. No, seriously. For a drug addict, 48 times being arrested for bad behavior. 48 times! And the most wanted teenagers in your county? Is that right? Am I missing something? Okay. Who the fuck are you? You have no right to be talking. You have fallen a drug addict. Used to be a drug addict. You not sit here and make threats. You cannot do this right. Yes, you can. Yes, that's why you're going to Jerusalem. Then I'm gonna be on the S every time you go live. I'm gonna come and speak the misinformation off you put because that's what I don't think to. Because you're fucking lying. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna drop in on several things, but sorry. I'm doing my thing. I'm different. Who's the idiot? You don't know. Mm. 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 Okay. No, he's not. Guess what? Blah, blah, blah. I'm not monkey. You'll never know. The monkey boy said. Okay. Have a good night. Have fun. Be safe. Bye. I'm waving at you like you can see me.